Alright guys, so this video is going to be quick and on the fly. I was in the area, so I decided to stop by this car dealership real quick and check out some of these prices. So here's an EV right here. This is the new Sierra EV. This is a pretty sharp looking truck. I have not featured one of these on the channel yet, so we already know they're quite pricey. But let's go ahead and take a look at the price tag and see for ourselves just how much they are. Alright, so with all the dealer add-ons, got about $3,000 worth of dealer add-ons. You come up to about $95,000. And I spoke to the gentleman inside. They're getting ready to close, but he said actually they end up coming out to like $110,000. So when it's all said and done, yeah, and it's a Denali, by the way, but when it's all said and done, you're gonna pay about 110 grand for this EV Sierra. So you guys let me know if you consider this a real, quote unquote, a real pickup, or if it's just a, I don't know, a fashion statement or a status symbol. Because I mean, most truckers, they're not gonna go for this, you know what I mean? They're just not, that's not the way it works. You know, most truckers, they're gonna go with the 2500 or the half ton with a V8. You know, just a traditional setup. They're not really gonna go for a full-on EV truck. But let me know what you think. Let's check this one out. Here's another Denali. It got the 6.2 liter V8, 2025. So I see about $2,700 worth of dealer add-ons, and the price come out to $81,000. Okay, so we kind of expect that. It's a Denali after all. I saw quite a few Denalis max out at around $90,000, and we're not talking about the HDs. I'm talking about the regular half tons. Yeah, regular half ton Sierra Denali maxed out around $90,000. Okay, so if you thought I was talking about the HD, no, not at all. The half tons. All right, so speaking of the HD, here's a Denali HD. Let's check this one out. It's actually a nice truck. I like the way they look. But definitely not inexpensive by any stretch of the imagination. Okay, so $94,000. All right, so you guys let me know what you would do. Would you get a half ton for 90 grand, or would you just go ahead and pony up, you know, a little more, just get the HD? Because the half ton I was looking at, it was a Denali, it's across the lot. It was $89,000, so pretty much $90,000. And again, it was a half ton. Now these new Hummers, they are sharp, super wide. I don't know if you guys ever saw one in person, but they are very wide. This is the first time I actually seen one up close. All right, new GMC Hummer EV, and yeah, these are pretty much the same amount as the Sierra EV. So we have about $3,000 worth of dealer add-ons, and it comes out to $112,000. But don't expect to pay that. It's going to be more than that. So if you're going to pick up one of these, just expect to pay about $115 to $120, as per the car salesman. Yeah, pretty crazy. And I think in my area, I only seen one of these on the road. Just one new Hummer EV. So you guys let me know, how is it in your area? Do you see these Hummer EVs, or are they a rare sight? Because since they've been on sale, I've only seen one in Central Florida. Okay, and the one I saw, it was the pickup version. It wasn't the SUV version. It was the one with the bed on the back. So they are a rare sight around here. I'm not sure how long these are going to be in production, but from what I see in my area, they're not really selling all that well. Okay, but they are sharp. I like the modern look. I do like the way they look, but they're very heavy, and the price matched its heft and weight. All right, well, all EVs are very heavy anyway, super heavy vehicles. Look at the size of these wheels, and I mean, video just doesn't do it justice. You gotta see it in person. But these things are huge. They got a lot of heft, a lot of weight, and I would hate to get ran over by one of these because they're so heavy. As with any EV, they're just very heavy vehicles. If one of these just so happen to run over your foot, say goodbye to your foot, because it's gonna squish it like a little apple or something like that, or a banana, because these things are super heavy. super heavy. All right, and it's mainly because of the battery packs and all that stuff. EVs are very heavy, but they're also very quick despite their heft and weight, as you guys know. But this one was $115,000. So this one over here, y'all saw the price. This one right here was $115,000, and it had about $3,200 worth of dealer add-ons. So yeah, pretty pricey, and I'm guessing that's why they don't sell as many as they wanted to. Okay, so let's take a look at this SUV, and I like how it took styling cues from the larger Yukon. It pretty much have the same design language as the Yukon. And this also has $3,000 worth of BS add-ons. $54,000. I was actually expecting to be a little more, but I guess 54 is not that bad, but you guys let me know what you think. And here we have a Buick. Not a bad looking Buick. This is an Enclave. This is the biggest one they sell. It has $2,000 worth of BS add-ons, and this one's going for 50 grand. So you guys let me know if you think that's a good deal. You're gonna pay 50 grand for a 4-cylinder crossover. Now you kind of have to see this vehicle in person. I don't know if you guys ever saw one of these in person, but they are quite large. I'm looking at it right now, it's standing right next to it, and they are quite large. But you're gonna get that little tiny 2.5 liter engine, which I just don't think it's gonna hold up over time. You know, because if you buy a vehicle like this, you know, you're gonna have the kids in the back, you and the wife or whoever up front, carry around all that luggage, all the extra weight, but you got that little turbo 2.5 liter hauling all that stuff around. So let me know how long you think this vehicle would last with the engine that it have. I think something like this needs at least a 6-cylinder naturally aspirated, because I don't think a 4-cylinder will cut it, okay, in terms of power, acceleration, and longevity. It's just too much stress on that tiny engine. But you guys let me know what you think. Would you pay $50,000 for a little 4-cylinder, a 2.5 liter turbo engine in this rather large SUV? So here we have two more Buicks, and they do look similar. This right here is the Encore, I believe, and this is the Invista. I like these. I like the way they look. These are they're kind of small on the inside, but they are priced more reasonably. I mean, if you're not into cars, it's kind of hard to distinguish some of these Buicks from each other, but yeah, this is the Invista and this is the Encore. So let's take a look at the price of this. Okay, so about $2,000 worth of add-ons and $34,000. Not bad, not bad. Would I pay $34,000? Probably not. I think it should be more like 30, maybe even 29, because you get a little 3-cylinder engine in that. All right, so we have a 2026 Encore, and this one is 33. And yeah, you get the little 1.3 liter turbo engine and a CVT. Over there with the big one, you get an 8-speed automatic. I meant to point that out. You don't get a CVT in this big one, you get an 8-speed automatic. But this one, you get a CVT, you know. So I don't know how long these little 3-cylinder engines will last, but I imagine they won't last anywhere as long as a V6 or hell, even a 4-banger, you know. But it is what it is. I guess they do that to keep prices low. All right, so that was my quick on-the-fly video. I'll be making more of these dealership walkarounds. It's getting dark and they're fixing to close in a few minutes, so I'll catch you guys on the next video.